Hello and welcome to tcVISION Now How. Today we will show how to synchronize a VSAM file in real time with a Microsoft SQL Server. We have a VSAM file with article data that will be synchronized with an SQL Server. Our demo environment includes a ZOS, a Windows Server, and tcVISION. We have the mainframe on the left and the Windows Server on the right. This is the sequence of processing, showing the steps from VSAM file to the receiver task. We start with the VSAM file in a repro job that transfers the VSAM file in a sequential file, so we can look at it in the TSO. Our source file is called vsam.prod_file.article. And we use an already existing sequential file. Now we can look at the data. The first number is a zoned number. And these here are packed fields. On the other side, we have an SQL server. At the moment, this SQL server has only one schema, and that contains the tcVISION repository. The repository definition refers to our SQL server. First, we have a look at the structure of the metadata. This is a COBOL copybook that exactly mirrors the structure of our file. COM3 are the packed fields. We import the metadata. It gives us an input, an output, and a replication. Output target is our SQL server. We use a file on the PC that's already on the desktop. We select the file and tie it to a VSAM cluster. Catalog functions list the existing VSAM clusters. In this case, there's only one. The schema is called demo here. With finished, the metadata is imported. We have an overview with input, output, and a replication. Now we create the schema demo that we need to create the table. We can now create our output table with the recommendations of tcVISION. The drop fails because the table doesn't exist yet, but the others are successful. Now for the collector. We name it, select the type, and choose the log stream as target. We keep the log stream name in mind. We go to the VSAM settings, choose the existing 6 systems, and the files in the 6. That's the collector. Now it's time to create the log stream. We use the same name as in the collector. Return code 0. Great. Now we can start the collector. From now on, changes in the file will be written into the log stream. We create a sender that reads the log stream and sends the data without further processing in stage 0. We have to select the source of the data. It's a CDC log stream. We name the log stream. Again, we need to use the same name. The output level is in stage 0. And send the files to remote. Remote is our SQL server. We select the receiver, here to prepare the remote to a SQL server. And determine that it should not terminate when finished reading. The receiver receives the data from remote out of a CDC log stream, processes it to stage 3, and integrates it into the position marked in the repository. Now the table would be initially loaded, but this is shown in detail in another video. We start our real-time replication. We see that the sender also starts the receiver and establishes a connection with it. We've prepared a job that doubles 100 stocks, halves 100 prices, and deletes 2 items. In this statistic, we can see 200 updates and 2 deletes. Here's the data. Note that the stock is 60. We will repeat what we just did, but this time we double the stock. Return code 0, refresh, and the stock is doubled. What did we see today? We saw that tcVISION reliably captures changes in VSAM files from 6 and batch and synchronizes it in real time in other targets, and that we can always use the most effective way of integrating. Of course, all functions can be used via batch or command line. Thank you for your attention.